Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. Well, today we are going to decorate this little wooden box. I've had this for quite some time and I had some things in it, but I decided it really needs to be decorated. And at one time I must have started to paint it and changed my mind on the color or something. I don't know. But anyway, we're going to decorate this today and then we're going to make it all shabby chic, and then we'll be able to put our pretties in there. Okay, so what I did is I just took some muslin and I measured these two that are the same, and I just cut some muslin pieces just a little bit smaller than the measurements so that they would fit down in there really nice. So I am going to glue these down in here. Now what I'm going to do is I've got some spray, like a well, no, I don't think I'll use my spray glue. I think I'll use my tape because glue is going to come through there. So let me get my tape. Okay, so all I've done is I've taken this double-sided tape. I think I got this at Dollar Tree, I believe. And I've just put tape around the edges. And then I'm just going to, this is kind of just to hold it in place until I get it decorated, you know, so it'll stay, because I'm go around the edges with some trims. All right, so I've got that one in and I've got this one in. All right, let's see what's next. Okay, so what I've got here is just some lace, it's actually very vintage lace. I have a spool of it and I'm going to use this. And I am going to actually glue that. Oh, I cut it too long. I'm going to glue these pieces in all the way around here and here, just to kind of cover those raw edges and to make it look pretty. Okay, so here we are so far. I just put lace around all four corners. And you could put some batting or some felt or something in here, but I'm just going to be using this for like office supplies, paper clips and binder clips and stuff like that. So I'd rather have the extra room because it is a small box. So there's the inside kind of decorated. And then I have taken this piece here and I cut it out. Which way do I want it to go? It doesn't matter. And I'm just going to kind of decoupage this onto the top of the box. And then for the sides, I have cut these 1-inch strips to go around the sides here. Now you could certainly use a paper napkin for this, or you could also use scrapbook paper, anything you want to. So I'm just going to decoupage these on now. Okay, so now here's where we get to make a big mess. I don't do a lot of this kind of stuff because it does make a mess, but it's so pretty. See, I've already made a mess. It's so pretty when you get through. I love the look of it when you're done. But working with Mod Podge is a big sticky mess, but at least it does come off. You know, you can wash it off. So I'm just going to put a layer of Mod Podge on the top here. I don't want it gosh awful thick, but I want to make sure it's thick enough to hold my fabric down. Okay, and then we are going to place this little guy onto there and try to get it even if possible. All right, now, and then I'm going to go over the top with another coat because I want this to have a plastic type feeling, you know, finished to it. That way you could just wipe it off if you never needed to. So I'm just going to paint a little coating here. And I'm going to do the same thing for the sides. I'm going to add those 1-inch strips to the sides. And by then I should have it all over me real good. Look, there it goes on the thing. And all the little ravelly parts, I'm probably going to leave that since it's going to be so shabby chic. Okay, so there's the top done. I'm going to do the same thing to the sides. Okay, so I have the top done and I coated it, and I have the sides done. Now you can put felt on the bottom if you want to. I don't have any felt that matches this, so right now I'm not going to do anything on the bottom. All right, we're going to start working on the top. Now this part's pretty dry here. The rest of it is still a little tacky, so I'm going to try not to mess it up, but we can work on this part. Okay, so I've pulled a lace here And I think I like that one. This has got these scalloped edges. So what I'm going to do is I am going to glue this down all the way. See how pretty that's going to be? I'm going to glue it down all the way around the edge. But first, I've got another idea. Okay, so since this lace, it's not long enough to cover the rest of this, and I don't have to cover the whole thing, but I've got a skinnier lace here that I think I'm going to go ahead and apply it down in here, something like that, before I put the other one on. Okay, so I've added this thin little lace all the way around, and now we're going to go and we're going to attach this one. Let's see, I think that's the right side. I'm just going to attach this one all the way around. Okay, so finishing up here, I'm just taking some hot glue from a well-loved glue gun. It's been around a while. And I'm just kind of hot gluing this little trim here all the way around the edges. So here's what I've done. I've done 2 rows of it. So I've got the other little sheer one there, but then a row here. Had to kind of patch that together to go around the latch. There's the back. Ain't it cute so far? All right, so I'm going to get my heat tool, and I'm going to blow all this off to get all those glue strings off, and then I'm going to decorate the front. Okay, so before I do the top, I decided I don't like this raw edge, the fabric raw edge down there. So I'm going to take some of that same one I used on the top, and I'm going to glue this all the way around. Okay, so much better. Now it's got finished edges, top and bottom. All right, good deal. Now, let's see. Now we're going to decorate this right here. Okay, so I went and looked through my flower stash, and I don't have anything in the right color. This is kind of a peachy looking, so I'm just going to have to make a flower. So I'm choosing this lace right here, and I'm going to cut a piece that's about, I'm going to say about 12 inches. So I'll go about 12 inches. And I have other videos on how to make fabric and lace flowers and all if you don't know how to do these, but this particular style is very, very simple. I've got my needle threaded. I've got it doubled over because I need it to be strong. And then I need to start here, but as you can see, there's a lot of holes, so it'd be really, really hard to start sewing. It's going to go back right through the holes. So what you do is you put your needle in and don't pull it all the way through, and then you go back in between your 2 threads, and it just anchors it down there for you if you ever need that. All right, so I'm just going to go through some of these holes, and this is a simple little lace flower that anybody can do. I'm just doing a rather large running stitch or gathering stitch, and I may not need quite this much. I'm going to look at it and see. I might want it to be not quite, I mean, I like it to be full, but I don't want it to be ridiculously full, you know. That's probably going to about do that. Okay, so I'm going to just stop there and save that for snippets when I do snippet strips and such, so it's not wasted. And let's see, I'm going to go back through there one more time. Now, I'm going to go back and bring these 2 seams together, just like I was fixing to go around again, which I'm not. I'm just going to pull them 2 together. And then what I do is I just kind of turn the raw edges under right there. So the raw edges are under. And then I'm going to flip it over to the back side. I'm going to come up out of the back side. And I'm just going to do a couple of little stitches right there where those raw edges are. And this holds the whole thing together and just kind of keeps those raw edges up under there where I want them to be. All right, so then I'm just going to tack it. And I usually do a double, just pull that one through too far. And just double tack it. And then you just stick your thread in somewhere and come out somewhere else. Okay, then we're going to cut this thread off, And all we have to do now is make a center for our cute little flower. Look how cute that's going to be. And I found a couple of things in my stash I was looking at. I was kind of playing with different ideas, but I think I want the flower there. And then I'm either going to put this guy over here or this guy or neither. You know, I'm just kind of playing with it. But first of all, I'm going to get this down, because once I get that down, then I can figure out. So now I'm going to get a little bit of tulle, and I'm going to show you what we're going to do with that. Okay, so for the tulle, I'm going to use a pale pink, which is so pale, it's going to be kind of hard to see it anyway. And I'm just cutting off a piece that's about, oh, that one's 2 inches wide by the width of the tulle. And then I take, and this is just something I do. You can do anything you want to. You could do another whole ruffle like that if you want to. But one thing I do is I take a piece of the tulle, I'm not sure you can even see it, and I just kind of scrunch it up on one end. Okay, can you see that? Maybe, maybe, maybe not. I just kind of scrunch it up on one end, and then I kind of twist it, and I want it to go behind my flower. Let me get my hot glue gun back. So I'm going to glue my flower down, but I'm only going to glue it right in the middle for now, because I want to get up under there. You know, I want to put these guys up under there. So these guys are just a little extra fluff. So I'm holding that end that I twisted, and I'm just going to lift up my flower, and it's just going to have a little bit of fluff sticking out from the edges. All right, there is the other piece of that, and I just put it on a hard surface. That's sticking to me, and just scrunch like that. Okay, and then when I get to the end, we're just going to twist it again just to kind of hold it together temporarily. And there's some hot glue. We're going to stick it up under there, let it fluff a little. And yes, it's very much too much. That's okay. We're going to trim it. We are going to trim it. Okay, so we're going to do about 3 of these. So there's the third one. Scrunch it up and twist one end. And then I'm going to put a little hot glue on that end. And I'm going to go up under here. Now all this is adding a little more glue to our flower too. All right, and that's about all I'm going to do there. Okay, now I'm going to take pinking shears, and I'm just going to trim these down a little because they were just a little bit much. Don't need quite that much. There we go. All right, let's see if I can get all that in the garbage. Now we need a pretty center for our flower, and that can be anything. It can be a pearl. It can be a rhinestone. I've got these guys here. These are brooches that I ordered online because I just love it. But most of them are just way, way, way too big. But I think, that one's square, that, ding, ding, I think we'll use that one right there. So this one is just a little flat back rhinestone cluster in my little cigar box. I can smell the wood of that box every time I open it, and that's going to just sit right there in the middle. I think I'll just go ahead and do that with hot glue too, so that way it can dry easy and quickly. All right, put that right there. Now, one more thing that I want to do, I like to take these flower stamens. Ooh, what a mess. You get back down in there. And I'm going to take some of the really pale pink. Take about 3 of those. And I like these cream, maybe about 2 of those. All right. And this is just something I do just for fun. Because, see, this is the fun part. Decorating, it's the fun part once you get everything on there. And I just kind of fold it in half. And I'm going to put a dot of glue on the end, and I'm going to go up under there somewhere, and I'm going to spread them out just a little. You know, you don't want them glued to, you know, like that. I don't want to glue them together like that. I want them to be spread out a little. All right, so that one is, and another little dot here. This is another reason I didn't want to glue the flower all the way around. You know, I only wanted to glue that one spot in the middle because I knew I was going to come back and add some pretties to it. All right, another little dot of glue. We'll put you way up under there and spread those out. Okay, so there's a cute little shabby chic flower that we've made. We're just going to kind of fluff it up a little bit. It's got a little frou-frou here and there. And you know, I could actually put a word here. That would be pretty if I had a word or something, because this is pretty, but I think I'm going to use this on the inside. I think right there. Wouldn't that be gorgeous? Or should it be this one? Nope, it's that one. Okay, so let's put that one on the inside. That one is going to be pretty right there in the center. Oh, see, that's sweet now. Okay, I likey. But yeah, I want a word or a vintage lady frame or something. Let me see what I can find. Okay, here's the finished product. I decided to put one of my vintage stickers on here, and I just made some corners for her, and I glued 2 Swarovski crystals and 1 pearl on the side there. So here is the finished box, and now what did I put in it? Actually, I put back in it what it had in it, all these little binder clips. So this will just make a beautiful little decor for my she shed that has been ordered. I'm so excited. I'm finally getting a she shed. Yay! And so everything is going to be pastels and shabby chic and all that inside my shed. But anyway, this is how you do it. So guys, thanks for watching. I hope I've inspired you to make something pretty today. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.